Apparently, a bunch of developers are rallying against Apple, according to the App Store policies. Companies like Spotify, Epic, Tile,
Oh
Match, and many
man.
more are
Oh
coalitioning
man.
for some sort of fairness policies to be implemented. Bijan, I know you have more information about this because it's from The Verge.
That is not. I do. Contrary to popular belief, I do not read everything The Verge publishes.
Damn.
I do have to say though, it's like I mean, it is very interesting because like obviously Apple has a monopoly, and it's like it makes a lot of sense. Like it's like yeah, like obviously this is good for all of their businesses if Apple doesn't take a cut of their fucking like pay.
You know, I'm
So
gonna
again, it's the same issue, right? It's like they're like mad about the 30% cut, which is huge. To be fair,
I'm gonna side with the
but
empire on this one for this because it's like when you talk about the companies that were just named, right? Spotify, who robs their artists anyway. So I'm gonna rob you too. So let's go. I'm in your pocket because you're in other people's pockets. You can say Epic, a lot of money there too. Like you have companies that are generating like millions of billions of dollars in revenue, and they're
yeah.
complaining because they're 30% cut. I mean, listen, you wouldn't have that opportunity if you weren't on the App Store and Apple did not build the App Store. It's 30%. Maybe you could say 20% is fair. Maybe you could say 20% is fair.
No, but like I mean,
But what you're
all
getting, the access that you're paying for, you could be a record label artist and have 90% of your money being taken away from you. So I can't cry
no,
crocodile.
I mean, but exploitation in one court does not
That's
doesn't like
true.
you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't justify the other exploitations. But this is
Yeah.
obviously like I mean I can't give a shit because it's straight up just like all right, like huge companies are fucking duking it out over some shit that's gonna fuck me anyway.
Exactly.
Like, ugh.
It's like how about we
Okay,
talk
but
about how
this,
Whatever,
you
man.
exploit people? How about that? It's like
wait,
How
but
about
time
that?
out. I mean, in the reference to Spotify, I get that, but reference to like other companies
like
that
who?
literally just got like, for example, apparently Apple's refusing to let Basecamp have future updates, which is affecting their app. Blinks claims that App stole its ideas for anonymous email, which is why they're fighting against App and the Apple. And it's like this is like Apple is undermining a lot of these apps, like just
Yeah,
foundation, like fundamental. Like they can't even. It's
because
not even just about like cutting percentage or numbers. Like they can't even operate because they don't allow them to update,
right.
like just to have their
Uh,
platform or
uh,
their,
But
their product on iOS.
It's because Apple has a monopoly. That's what
Yeah.
we're talking around. Apple has a monopoly. Amazon has a monopoly. Those companies need to be broken the fuck up. Like, do you remember the fucking suits about Internet Explorer on Microsoft? Like, there were like very serious lawsuits. Jen Schiffer's in the chat, and she is a developer and like knows more about this stuff than I do. But like, there was a whole thing in like the 90s and early 2000s about Microsoft having a monopoly because it shipped every computer with Internet Explorer. Like that, like, but we've like somewhere along the way in the last like 25 years, we've lost the idea that
okay.
monopolies are bad.
So do you think that someone okay, so let's say that Apple, which they do have a monopoly, do you think that if Apple's App Store got broken up that anybody's really going to go to any other store to get downloads? I mean, you have Google Play and then you have Apple. You
No,
have
I
the
mean,
App Store.
I don't think that would be the solution. I think the solution would be like Apple has to carve out its mobile device wing and spin that off as a separate company or some shit like that.
I
You know
think
what I
it's
mean? It
more
would
of
be
like they have a proposed code of conduct. I think that's what it is. You have a code of conduct and you treat every app fairly and you make sure that you give them every single opportunity to perform better. Because if an app performs to the best of their abilities, if they're
Yes.
making money, Apple makes money.
Yeah, of
But
course.
See,
if
the
you
thing,
if you hinge on that, everyone suffers.
but the thing I don't understand is like Apple could just like lower the percentage by 10% and make everyone happy, and then like they wouldn't have to deal with any
Yeah,
of this.
20% is
Like
like a
the fact
big
that they're just like, hey, fuck y'all, means that they really think they're gonna win any lawsuit that comes their way because they're Apple, and it's just like,
I mean, Apple
huh.
doesn't lose. It's Apple
That's,
doesn't
it's just
lose.
like, but it's such an interesting position to be in, right? Because like they just transparently do not give a fuck, and like it is because they own the market, like they
Yeah.
own the market of people.
It's like
who
where are
have
you
money.
gonna go
Like,
if you're not on the App Store? At the end of the day, it's like there's nothing else like it, and
Yeah.
Google Play is not even close to it.
Right,
I mean,
and
like,
this is
apps get developed first for the App Store most of the times before they even get to Android anyway, just because I don't know, maybe I don't even know why they prioritize iPhone over. Well, actually, no, I do because
see-
there's
yeah,
see-
you do.
the iOS system is the same across devices, whereas like there's so many different Android phones that you have to really dial into that. What are you gonna say, Nars?
The thing is that, and I learned this the hard way. Well, not from experiences, but from watching other people. But don't fuck with another rich person's money, because then you're causing competition.
Yeah,
Because it's
but-
like, if someone's gonna be like, "Oh, you're gonna fuck with me? All right, I'm just gonna try to make another Apple."
That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen.
You never know. I'm just saying. Like,
Nah, there's things that are too big. There's things that are too big. There's no way. It's like trying to make a new Google. Bing? Really? We're gonna use Bing?
No, fuck Big.
No, we binging out, bro. Also, I'm pouring myself some more wine from my box here. But no, I really do think like
promo.
You get a
these people
Quibi
are
when you try that.
these people are all richer than God, and it's like it's not gonna affect. It's gonna affect us only downstream in a way that's gonna suck, regardless. Like it'll be less convenient for us, but like we're also not being served by any of these monopoly shits, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I use is Spotify and, I mean, maybe Netflix. That's about it. I don't really have, like, services or do in-app purchases unless I'm buying, like, Clash Royale packs. That's about it. But I don't do anything else, like, too intensive. That's, like, this is really going to affect me unless my Spotify price goes up. I don't know. I'll be really tight if that happens.
I mean, they're actually Spotify's trying to end run and destroy the music industry by owning podcasts because it gives them leverage over
Really?
labels.
Can you explain that real quick?
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like if they basically bought every big podcast company. I don't know if you noticed that. But like, they bought Anchor, they bought Parcast. They have a monopoly. They're sneaking under
They're
Apple.
trying to,
Apple, because Apple actually owns. I mean, obviously, podcast is an Apple trademark, but like they own like they're coming under and beneath Apple to try and like get leverage on the labels because like if they own podcasting, they own people's ears. You know what I mean?
By the way, if you didn't know,
labels have to give them a better deal.
If you didn't know, Super Late is on Amazon Podcast. If you go to your Alexa and go, "Hey Alexa, play Super Late at 368," or play the latest episode of Super Late, she'll say, "Playing the latest episode of Super Late at 368."
Oh, that's actually kind of sick.
Yo,
I gotta try that.
I have a video. We haven't put it out, and it was like when we got it last week, and I forgot to mention it. So yeah, we're on that now. We're working for the other empire, not just Twitch. Well, actually, no, we're working for the same empire because we're on Twitch and we're on Amazon. And
Yeah,
it's just
they're
like
owned by the same people.
We're playing for the bad guys at the end of the day.